Yes, guys, I'm just going to make a little cue, a little score with you guys watching me using only the Spitfire audio. First of all, I could say that I made my own expression maps settings on my iPad, so everything is changed by using that, and I also have made it. If you see, they are on this, like if I want to have a staccato on my first violins and my sable, they are the same, and so goes for the low brass and the horns section. It's just to make things easier for me to have this more controllable expression map, so I don't have like first violin, second violin, horns, low brass, tuba, everything is separated in my iPad settings, expression maps on my iPad. So that's what I just want to say before I start. So if you see I'm changing everything here, it's because I'm changing it and pressing buttons on my iPad. So yeah, let's start. Let's get a click track. And I also have to apologize, but I haven't got my slave computer up yet, up and running. So everything, all these contact instances is run 5 mic positions each. You can see everything is 5. You see here, bram, bram, bram. So that means there are a lot of samples being streamed by this little computer. This is my setup. I got 32 gigabyte with memory and yeah, the cores. And my sound card is an RME Fireface 400. So I've set the buffer setting the way high because if not, the real-time peak will start to really. It in fact right now it's also quite hungry. So if you see, I'm just going to play every yeah, and one more thing. You see here the sable violins one. It's just 4 violins, but I have doubled it to make a whole section to make it more fat, so I don't have to use the Ablion sound. Like you hear, this sounds pretty. And if I do the same here, I think it sounds even much better than this. I think it's 18 strings here, and the second violins and the violins, violas, I mean. So by doing this, I get the sound I wanted. So if you see now the real-time peak, it's killing my computer. But the sound is to die for. I so much enjoy this sound from that hole. Let's do something else. Yeah, and everything is run from some solid state drives. So yeah, let's start making a score. I have no plans on what to make, so I usually just start with something. So today I'm just going to start with the violins, and I'm going to divisivate it. Yeah, so I need to go in and do some stuff here. I think it was the same here. Oh, it works. Yeah. And it's time to write the second strings, and I'm going to use the flutando you see here. I'm changing it. Oh, it's very nice. It's very nice. I like it. And the last part, it's going to be harmonics. Way high. Yeah, I'm just going to try something. Note is going to go here. You know what? I'm going to like that. So you could hear this part. I think it sounds pretty good. So we need to add a little bit more in the on the deep side. So let's see. Let's take a flutando. yeah, that part was pretty cool. So I'm just going to do a little thing here, like this. Bam, bam, go inside, work this shit out. Yeah. Yeah, that's a keeper. It's very soaring. I like it. So it's just my automatically backupping. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do something, do so much more here. I could just bring on some bass just to. Yeah, that's the keeper. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything more. Maybe some tuned percussion. We need. It's Christmas soon, so I use the Celeste. Yeah, let's try. I like as you could hear, I'm a much fan of the dissonance in my type of way of scoring and composing. Do, do. Yeah, that's nice. I think this is the part where the soaring music has passed, and maybe the boy or the girl who's lost her teddy bear realized that the teddy bear is alive and starts to walk. So we have to. I'm using the expression the CC11 to just it's too much upfront as it is, so I'm bringing it down, and to make it more childish, the marimba is nice. It's a nice add-on with this, and the marimba I don't need this shit. Yeah, and my latency problem right now, it's a horse stick. I think it's time to bring in a little melody inside that. I think that's very important. There are some minor things that I don't like in the Spitfire horns. It's some of the transition suddenly goes jumping high. If this is, you see the expression goes, it's from the middle of CC 46 around there. You hear it, so I need to bring it down to make it more subtle. That's also something I don't like so much, but anyway, every kid has this child flu, so I think that I'm going to make it work sooner or later. That didn't work at all. Yeah, I have to use the Ablion woodwinds because sometimes I just need the woods to make it more it's just the feel I'm going for. Here it's a sudden change. It's time to build into something else. is going to be nice. Ta-da! Bring it down. This is a trick that it's cool to do. Just bring everything down, settle it down. Ah, the peaking. It's going to die now. Need the bass. More uplifting part. Whoa! Where are you? Up, up, up. I want to try to write the melody here with the woodwinds. To torture you. melody in my head again, so I need to take this. Do, 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 do. So we make a romantic score. Need to get it in. So I'm just going to use the expression map a bit up and What I did right now is to quantize it, but also make it more human by making it swing. So every time I, let's see, 116, here you see they are going off note a bit. And that's a nice way, if you see now. Quantize, oh, a little bit more. Bad example. There you see. It moves a bit. And that's my tip and advice to make it more human. Just to make it small adjustments to make it offbeat. Oh, sorry. I should really need the trumpets and trombones for the BML series right now. Now I went in to change the expression maps to make it not so in your face. So you can listen now. So when I hear it now, I hear it's like, here's one cue, here's one whole different cue, and here's another cue. But if I had a movie going here to score, I would have used this theme for something else and then evolve this theme again. So everything you hear is more or less me making some extracts from how you could use it. I could also use have made a piece here now that's more up tempo with staccato. Like chasing the teddy bear around. It's cool. So of course, and the low brass section is very awesome. You could hear it by itself. And the horns and the low brass together. I would probably this melody, I would probably double that with the trombones if I had it, and this melody I would have doubled with the trumpets. Yeah, I could bring you into my mixing console. As you could see, here is every patch. Close, deca, bam bam. This is for the first Albion, second, and I got here the drums, and this is the low brass. I think it is the low brass. Yeah, it is the low brass. And what I also like to do, I know the Spitfire audio is recorded in this airy hall. So, and I like that too. But what I like to do is just a little bit more tail to make it even more longer. You hear a totally different sound. So, but it's also CPU demanding. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. I could, of course, made something more interesting, but right now I think I start with this. Next time I could go into how to make it more trailerish epic score. So yeah, take care, bye.